You know, nothing says elegance quite like a tea party in hats. You can experience a little bit of the royal life right here in Louisville at the Hat Shop, where they are hosting a number of tea parties and Fascinator workshops, a number of any kind of workshops that they're happening there. Jenny Fanenstiel is the owner of the Hat Shop and formerly Millinery over in St. Matthews, and guest artist Patty Gravatt joins us as well. Great to have you both here.
Thank you.
I love this idea, and I love tea, and I love the whole idea of this, and you've just combined a wonderful event into hats, which you all know so well, and tea. Tell me about these workshops.
Yeah, so at the Hat Shop, we really want to create fun hat experiences for people. So during Derby, we did lots of hat making and embellishment workshops, but now we have started doing these amazing Mad Hatter Tea Party and Fascinator making workshops. So we just started them. We're having our second one tomorrow, but we hope to do them a couple times a month, and we still have some spots available for tomorrow. But yeah, it's the typical kind of a tea party with the finger sandwiches, the little breads and biscuits, and then your dessert, and then of course your hot tea and cocoa for those kids. You know, if anybody young.
And I love that you mentioned too cocoa for kids, because you're opening this up to a variety of ages, right? It's not just adults that can come. I think kids can learn so much from
absolutely.
this too.
We kind of leave it up to the discretion of the adult, whether you know they can handle China and hot glue. So because
hot glue, yay! Here we go.
Yes, because we do, because you know this is a great part of the experience. But then we move on to the Fascinators, and here's a couple of examples, the purple and the pink, of what you can make during the workshop. So we supply everything. You just show up and have fun.
And when you are showing them how to make the Fascinators, what are some of the key elements that are kind of on the table to begin to construct?
Yeah, so we already provide the Fascinator base. So there's the straw base that you would start with, and then there's the feathers, the flowers, and the ribbons. And we do demonstrate of how to apply that to the base, and then of course with the headband or an elastic. And but we really want to encourage each person to have their creativity come out and just try to get out of their comfort zone and try new things.
Plus too, I feel like you have the experts there.
Yes, yes.
You all are there, and I think this is good to start trial and error of next year's Derby hats and Fascinators. And, you know, I'm thinking of this, or I'm thinking of this, and I think to have the expertise on hand is really a one-of-a-kind experience. And speaking of Derby, you are having a big August sale.
Yes, we're doing Derby in August at the Hat Shop because we sell a lot of the hat making materials with the Fascinator bases, the brim bases, and of course all the feathers and flowers and trims. So the whole month of August, you come to the Hat Shop in St. Matthews, it's 25% off all hat making supplies.
Get it now, because it's going to be here before you know it. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's a great time to already start kind of plotting and planning in your mind what your plans are for next year.
Exactly.
And Patty, you are taking hat making and ribbon making to a whole other level. We follow each other on Instagram, and I'm a fan of your work, because you brought some beautiful examples of your work. You are going to have kind of a ribbon making workshop as part of one of these teas.
These are French cockades. So they are it's a very old art, very old, like back to the days of Napoleon or beyond, where you just take the ribbon and you just do a series of folds with the ribbon, and it looks complicated. They look very intricate and complicated, but really it's just one or two simple folds, and you just repeat that until you go through the entire length of the ribbon, and then you end up with this beautiful
I think
piece.
too, like I go a lot of times like vintage shopping and Goodwill shopping. Like I'm thinking the style is a vintage style, and there's something about the ribbon. It gives it almost this brooch and this elegance look to it, right? Like you could practice on hats that you find at the Goodwill.
Yes,
I love
absolutely.
it. And I know you're a fan of that too. You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I do that too early in my career, or you just see something that you know just needs a little something, and then it'll be
adds this
ready.
Touch to it. It's just beautiful.
Yes.
These styles too, because I already have Breeders' Cup on my mind, fall racing. Like those styles, yes, they do. Like I feel like that's a whole different style than what we do Derby and Churchill Downs. You know, those are just in weddings.
you can buy Patty's hats at
There
the Hat
we
Shop.
go.
Available at the Hat
How
Shop.
did this collaboration come about? I love that you're bringing kind of Patty into, and
We
I love it
have-
when milliners get together and lift each other up and do things together.
Absolutely.
We have an incredible story of how we met. It was totally serendipitous. She reached out to me on social media. I was in Cincinnati. She was here. We had never met each other, but we had a lot of mutual friends. And we ended up going back and forth on that call that night for 3 hours talking to each other. And we have been like super
Fast
close
friends
friends
since then.
ever
Yeah.
since. Yeah, just hat soul sisters.
Yes, definitely.
Which it's,
yeah.
you know, different styles, but it's just beautiful how you kind of brought
Yeah.
things together, especially with the Hat Shop. It's the kind of place where it's so different from Form A,
Yeah,
right?
we really want to support everyone that's related to the hat community as much as we can by providing them a space to sell their work or teach workshops, which, you know, we always want to be adding workshops every month if we can at the Hat Shop, because we really try to provide true experiences and fun things that are interactive that people may not have taken before.
Love them.
So, but yeah, we love Patty, and she teaches lots of workshops at her shop, and they usually sell out. So I know that there's a few spots left for her ribbon class.
making. When is the ribbon making class?
It is August 24th, Saturday,
okay.
August 24th. It's a 4-hour class, and we will walk you through step by step. We do a very beautiful presentation with all of the materials that you need in a nice gift kind of box, and then it's kind of like a little treasure box. You open it up, and then you can just walk through each of the pieces, and we'll help you through
What a
step by
fun-
step. Yes.
Fun class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Couple seats still available. Tomorrow's workshop, a couple of seats
Yep.
available. The
Yep.
workshop, the Fascinator workshop, and the tea as well. Thank you all for
I do.
coming
Yeah,
in.
and everything does
Thank you.
require a registration
Yes.
up front. So
They have to know
unfortunately, you
you're
can't
coming.
walk in. Yes, yes.
Yes.
A lot of prep goes into
Yeah.
it.
I
I was going to
so,
say,
yeah.
well, and to make sure, do you have enough kind of
Exactly.
stations, if you will, and
Absolutely.
supplies, and make sure you have enough tea and treats
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
Ladies,
Yes.
thanks so much.
Thank you.
So this is coming up. The first workshop, the next one, I should say, is coming up tomorrow. For a full list of everything that is happening, just go to thehatshoplouisville.com.